When I tell buyers December is one of the most strategic months of the entire year to buy a home, the first reaction I always get is, wait, really? Because most people assume the market kind of shuts down during the holidays. They think the sellers take their homes off the market, buyers go into hibernation, and nothing meaningful happens. Except the opposite is usually true. December is one of the most overlooked, most misunderstood, and honestly, most profitable months for well-prepared buyers. And I'm going to walk you through exactly why. I'm Meagan Estees, your easy home girl. I help people just like you buy, sell, invest, and relocate with confidence throughout the Tucson, Vail, Foothills, and our ranch and acreage communities all across Southern Arizona. And if you're thinking about buying, whether it's a primary home, a relocation home, or even something a little bit bigger with some land, text me at 520-980-9880 and I'll send you my buyer guide and personalized game plan for navigating this season. Now, let's talk about why December might actually be the smartest time for you to buy. Let's start with the biggest misconception, that everything comes to a stop during the holidays. It doesn't. What happens is the unprepared buyers slow down. People who are overwhelmed by holiday travel, school breaks, gift buying, and their end-of-year checklist tend to step away from their search temporarily. They don't have time to tour, apply for pre-approval, or strategize on offers. But serious buyers, savvy buyers, people who really understand market cycles, they lean in right now, because when the casual buyer steps out, competition drops. It's a little quieter, there are fewer multiple offer situations, and for the buyers who stay active and focused, that gives you an unbelievable amount of leverage. Every year, I see buyers score better deals in December than in most of the spring and summer combined. I want to explain something really important about sellers in December, because this is where the opportunity really explodes. By the time a listing reaches December, the seller has usually already been through a busy spring, a competitive summer, a slower fall, and now they're approaching the end of their financial calendar. So when they're still on market in December, it's usually for one of three reasons. They already bought another home, they're paying 2 mortgages or 2 housing payments. 2, that they're relocating for work, so they have to move. Or 3, they're trying to close by end of year for tax or financial reasons, which a lot of families do not want to carry this home into January. And when life and schedules collide, sellers get much more flexible. They're more open to price conversations, they're more open to possible concessions, they're more open to repairs, and they're more open to creative contract terms. They're thinking, let's get this done before the new year. And if you're the buyer who shows up during the quiet months, guess who gets the attention? You do. Here's another December secret. The inventory that is on market right now tends to be real inventory, not junk leftovers. There are homes owned by serious sellers, motivated relocators, families completing a move, people who are downsizing, investors trying to close out their year, and sellers who want a clean financial slate for tax purposes. These sellers aren't testing the market. They are not casually listing. They are not waiting for another open house. They are ready to go. And when a seller is ready and a buyer is ready at the same time, that's when deals line up beautifully. You know what's not fun? Competing with 15, 20, 25 other buyers on the same house when spring rolls around. You know what is fun? Submitting an offer in December and having a seller say, yes, great, let's do this. And that happens a lot because competition naturally drops. Most buyers don't want to deal with touring homes during holiday travel, getting pre-approved between Christmas and New Year's, or packing when kids are home from school. They don't want to manage life transitions during the holiday chaos. So they wait. They put a pause on their search. They tell themselves, well, we'll just restart in January. But January is when competition ramps up again. New Year's resolutions kick in, jobs bring in relocation hires, snowbirds return, and life gets loud. December is quiet, December is calm, and in real estate, calm is where the buyers win. Let's talk about something very real this winter. Interest rates are adjusting, inventory is stabilizing, and sellers who listed in Q4 are ready to negotiate. Rates may not be perfect, but the combination of lower competition, higher seller motivation, stabilizing pricing, seasonal markdowns, and slower buyer activity often means your total monthly payment ends up being better than what you'd get in the spring, even if rates do happen to shift down a little bit. Because here's the truth, prices matter more than the rate. Rates can be refinanced, prices cannot. I have had clients save tens of thousands of dollars simply because they bought in December instead of waiting for the January rush. I'll give you a real example because stories are the best teachers. I helped a couple last year who were relocating from another state. They were planning to wait until January because they didn't want to deal with the holiday stress. So I told them, let's just go look, no pressure, just so that we can be sure of what's out there. We toured 3 homes. One of them, a gorgeous updated ranch style property on acreage. It had been sitting for about 40 days. It was a beautiful home, fantastic floor plan, incredible privacy, but it hit the market right as school started and then sat through the fall. We wrote an offer below list. The seller accepted within 6 hours with no counter, no negotiation, just a yes. Now, fast forward to March. That home would have probably had a few offers the first weekend easily. The couple saved around $28,000 on price alone, not including the concessions that the seller added. If you're relocating, especially from out of state, December is honestly a dream. And here's why. Flights are cheaper before the holiday week. Hotel and resort prices dip during mid-December. And you can see Tucson at its best. Mild weather, beautiful sunsets, clear skies. And your family can be part of the trip. Schools are often on break. You also get a feel for Tucson when it's peaceful and not busy. You're not fighting snowbirds just yet. You're not fighting spring breakers, and you're not fighting summer heat. You get to experience Tucson as the people who live here and experience Tucson in the way that the locals do. One more important thing I need to point out is that sellers who list in December are not casual sellers. They are relocating, downsizing, upsizing, moving before year end, closing out finances, and ready to negotiate. They're not trying to see if someone will walk through their open house next weekend. They need a buyer. And when a buyer meets a motivated seller, what happens? That's when you see closing costs covered, repairs agreed to, price adjustments made, and timelines that actually work for you. That's why I always tell my clients, December buyers get the emotional reward of a calm market and the financial reward of a buyer leverage. Now, I want to get real for a second. Buying a home in December hits differently. There's a sense of a new beginning, a sense of timing, a sense of stepping into the next chapter before the year flips over. A lot of my clients have said it's felt symbolic. There's something emotional in the absolute best way about getting your keys in December. I know personally because I've done it twice, but starting the year in a brand new space, entering January with your life all set up, no more waiting, no more limbo, it just hits differently and there's clarity. I will always tell the truth, even when the truth is that December isn't the right time to buy for everyone. Here's who December is not ideal for. Buyers who are overwhelmed and cannot focus right now. Buyers who need months to prep for finances. Buyers who want a lot of inventory or new inventory. Buyers who need to sell first but aren't quite ready. And buyers who prefer a slower decision-making timeline. And that's okay. If December works, great. And it's okay if December also doesn't work great. My job is to give you the tools so you can make an empowered decision for yourself. December is ideal for people who are relocating, first-time buyers who want negotiation power, move-up buyers who are already in their pre-approval process, investors, buyers searching for ranch properties, buyers who value price over seasonal timing, and anyone who wants a calmer experience, as well as anyone tired of competing with other offers. If that's you, you're definitely in the sweet spot. So if you're thinking about buying a home, whether it's in Tucson, Vail, the Foothills, or any sort of ranch style property with a little more space, text me at 520-980-9880. I'll give you my free buyer guide, my December buyer strategy, and a next step plan that fits your timeline. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Are you the type of person who loves the idea of buying in December, or do you prefer waiting for the new year? I respond to every single comment personally. I'm Meagan Estees, your AZ homegirl, and I can't wait to help you find your next home.